everybody, it's me from Friend Studios, and I am back with another mock video, and today I have my 12 32 by 32 base plate Harry Potter Hogwarts Castle mock, and also like a little area over here. And you guys have been wanting this for weeks now, and I've been delaying it for weeks just because I've wanted to spend so much time working on this. I've just wanted to perfect every single little detail with this, and I pretty much did this entire area in one entire day. Believe it or not, I had most of the things already pre-built, like this was already built, this was already built, but I just had to, place it properly, and, I think this is a lot better of a mock than my last Hogwarts, which did very well, so I'm kind of expecting this one to do as well, too, and if it doesn't, that's fine. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm just happy to finally show this to all of you in its full glory. And this has been, if you haven't known, I've been building some version of a Hogwarts since around 2012, and it's been, it's come a long way. It's been, I have had like multicolored bricks and everything, and now I have, with the new Harry Potter waves that have come out recently, and hopefully that I will get the new Hogwarts set and somehow integrate it into this for next year's Hogwarts. And yes, I do these yearly, so I did two, and they both did very well. To my top most viewed and appreciated videos. And let's just get right into this. We're gonna start over in the grounds area. So over in this little corner, you could see we have Sirius Black being ambushed by a Death Eater. Now I have the old Death Eater kind of separated from the other three because I felt like it would work better. And then we have Harry using his Patronus, and there's kind of like a little lake area over here. So I'm just gonna have a little thing. So the reason I have all this empty space in the middle is because I use this all the time. I have like, videos set up over here or something. I build a lot on here. I just do a lot over here, so I kind of need this space because, other than that, I just have my bed, and that's always mushy and everything, and it's hard to do certain things on, so that's why I have this empty space here. And it's also, I think it looks fine as well. It kind of keeps everything, it doesn't make everything look too crowded, like having Hogwarts up in the front here, having like an empty area in the back and everything. It would just be a mess, so that's why I have everything far to the back. So yeah, so we have a few trees. We have a werewolf, which is supposed to be let's kind of focus in there, which is supposed to be Lupin. I just have the Hobbit one from the Hobbit sets, and I think this is pretty cool. Wolf, if you don't have it, I think you should get it, especially if you want like a werewolf or something, because I think this is pretty cool. It's supposed to be a warg, actually. That's what they call them in the Lord of the Rings. Over here we have Harry, Ron, and Hermione running out of Hagrid's hut because the executioner has come to execute Buckbeak, who's going away. Also, Harry Potter spoilers. Forgot to tell everybody, there's gonna be ones for I think all the first 7. I'm not discussing the 8th one at all. Yeah. So we have a bunch of trees back here, obviously representing the Forbidden Forest, and I kind of kept it open over here because of course this is the Hagrid's hut set. It really didn't do too much to it. I thought the set was really cool. I would have gone 2 just to finish off this area, but I just didn't really want to because it's a pretty expensive set. We have Corel here, and I haven't watched any of these movies in forever, so if I mess up a name or it takes me a little while, just bear with me here. The set is pretty much the set. We have the old Hagrid over here. I just keep the old and new figures somewhat separate in their own things. I think the Hogwarts students, mix pretty well since I have a lot more of the older torsos. But everything else I kind of just keep separately. Like we have the old Voldemort over here, and the new one is over here. So we have that. So if you can see, we have Aragog over here with a bunch of spider webs and all of his little spiders. Over here we have like the graveyard area. We have that from parts of the set, and I kind of have Peter Pettigrew over here, and then Harry and Voldemort are fighting, and then we have poor Cedric over here, who is laying by the whatever the cup was, I completely forgot. The Goblet of Fire, I believe. And then we have the Tom Riddle statue, grave or whatever, and there's a few mushrooms and everything. And I think this looks pretty good. We also have a little snake over here, a bunch of spiders spread out through this area as well. We have a custom Whomping Willow, which is heavily inspired by the set, actually. But, it's I kind of took a little of my own spin on it, and I think I did pretty well in terms of doing so. I have the Ford Anglia in there pretty well. It's not coming out unless you kind of just pop it off, but other than that, it's not moving side to side, back or forth. It's not going to roll out or anything, so that's pretty cool. as well. We have a bunch of spiders because I think there's one of the lines where you just follow the spiders or whatever, and obviously they did, and they see Aragog over there. And then we have the young Harry and Ron, so that's pretty cool. Like I said, we have the new Hagrid in there and the old Hagrid in there. They're kind of just separate, so if you were to look at it from one angle, you would only see the one Hagrid. So that's kind of how I focused everything. And now if you haven't seen the last video, I kind of had my Hogwarts Station running, or Hogwarts Station, running through here, and I just decided to put it in the back of everything because really I kind of lost interest in having that. I would rather spend more time on areas like this, and I think it looks a lot better. Also, I believe since the last one I got 2 base plates to cover this little area up, and I think that does look really good as well. We have a Quidditch match going on over here. We have the Harry and Ron, because these are Hermione and Ron, sorry, because these are different ones from the TMF. I don't have the Harry, unfortunately, so I can't have them all together, which sucks, but I just have them separate from everybody because obviously they have different type of uniform and everything. Then we have the Slytherin people. I don't know their names either, but we have Wood, I believe, Oliver Wood, I think that's his name. And then we have, the Quidditch Field. I really wish I got a second one of those sets just because I could have an entire Quidditch field, and, I could probably make one of those student stands that could, a couple more. I could probably make 2 more if I could find the pieces and everything. But we have the chest here. There's nothing really in the chest because, I have the bludger, or the quaffle, and then we have the snitch. Don't know where the bludgers are. It took me forever to find all the figures and all the accessories and everything, and, accessorizing this entire Hogwarts took me hours. Thank God for Apex Legends gameplay videos. So we have Snape, that's his name, over here, and he's kind of catching on fire because from the first movie. In the back here, we have a small version of the train station. There's a Hermione, and there's a few carts and everything, and then we have obviously the train tracks, and there's the Hogwarts Express on there, and it's kind of locked into place with a plate in the back, so it's not going to roll off my dresser, which is nice, I guess. And then we have kind of a little thing that says King's Cross in it. It's kind of hard to see. It's going to be pretty dark in some areas of this build just because the lighting's kind of weird in my room, and it sucks. I cannot focus on a single thing here. There we go. So we have Hermione, and then the lady that's the trolley witch or whatever her name is. So we have a bridge going into the clock tower, which is an extent. I kind of added a few bricks onto the bottom of the clock tower, and obviously the clock tower is pretty much the same. Didn't do too much to the interior. We could pop this off. I didn't really attach it, stick it down onto the studs, and you could see the inside of it and everything. We have like a little party going on down here. Obviously I couldn't fit the entire Yule Ball in here, so I just had to, make with the space that I had. And then we have the Moody Room, and unfortunately I don't have Mad Eye Moody. Maybe by next one I'll probably Bricklink the figure or something for like $5, and I think it would be worth it because I really like that figure. And then we have the hospital wing, and we have a student that got hurt. Back here we have a little Easter egg. We have Dobby eating some pizza, and he's looking at the newspaper, so that's pretty cool. And then back all the way here, I don't know if you could see, it's gonna be hard. You could see the extra piece that I had from the Mirror of Erized or whatever it's called. So that's what it is. Sorry about that weird angle once again. We're gonna have a few more of those. So in here's Dumbledore's office. It's kind of hard to see. I used to have detachable floors, and I just used the tile somewhere else. So I really couldn't do that, which kind of stinks, but I guess it works the way it is. It's kind of like a dollhouse design. So we have the fireplace here. We have a table with some maps and different things. We have the Marauders map on that table, and then we have a red couch. Back here, I really don't know if you can see it. I'll get my flashlight. Hold up. So you can kind of see in here, there's like there's 2 beds and everything for some Hogwarts students, and there's like a personalized little area for them and everything, and I think it looks pretty cool. And then we have like kind of a few things under the stairs and everything. You can see we have Fox and a bunch of different little things in Dumbledore's office. We can see the pensieve or whatever, and then there's a bookshelf over here as well. So, and then there's Dumbledore staring out the window. They could see over here, so I'm just going to keep this light on actually, so it's easier. So we have Hedwig, as I said before, and then we have the Death Eaters and Thrush Troll and everything. And yeah, it's pretty cool. There's like a huge battle going on in this bridge. You can see the students trying to defend the the main part of Hogwarts, which is the Great Hall and the West Tower, I believe. And yeah, it's pretty crazy how big this is. The rock work that I have going is extremely big. Basically, how I built it is I built it up close on the front. Actually, I built it too like far in, and there's a bunch of empty space in the back, and I had nothing to. Oh crap! I broke this. Whatever, bent it or whatever. So it was too big to. There was too much space in the back, and what I had to do is I just had to rip it all up. I ripped it. I ripped the bottom up, and it was very complicated. Somehow it all stuck together by a few bricks. So basically then I put a bunch of plates underneath it, so it was one big giant thing, and it was strong, and then I just slapped it back down a bit farther back and everything. And so this rock work is connected from here all the way over to here, and that's pretty much it. You can see the filler I had. I didn't really use that much filler, so I had to use pillars and stuff like this to, because I have a huge bag of filler now that I have here from the Death Star, which is broken. So that's a huge bag of filler I have. And so over here we have the boathouse, pretty cool. There's a few oars in there, and then there's a little lamp, and you can see there's a few candles. Are like the little torches. I have a few of those throughout Hogwarts. So that's pretty cool as well. There's a little, you can stick it in there. It's kind of built into the mountain. And then we have a tower in here. I usually keep a little Easter egg in there. No, there's nothing in there. I believe in here there might be something, actually. Oh yeah, there's a little map that was from the Hobbit sets. That's pretty cool, I guess. I think that was the only one I put in. So if you didn't notice, this bridge is fairly simple. It's not too complicated or anything. I pretty much built it into the mountain. So if I were to pick this up, I'd probably rip the entire thing out. But anyways, it would be stuck to this mountain. You can see there's slopes going in and everything under it, and there's a good area you could fit. Maybe you could see the fingers. Yeah, you can. So we have Filch in here and his little cat, Crookshanks, I believe its name is, and then we have a bunch of Death Eaters attacking, and yeah, so it's pretty cool. There's Harry defending it with, I believe, Ron, Hermione, and my old sig fig. Actually, I still have the pieces for an old one, and why not just still keep it as a little memory. And then over here we have Lupin, which is probably one of my favorite figures, Harry Potter figures at least, of all time. I don't know, I just love this figure so much. It's super cool. And then we have my custom Neville over here, because I don't actually have a older Neville at all. I don't have a younger one either. So we have just a bunch of, I forgot to do the, I forgot to do, whatever, that's fine. I forgot to do the big fountain in the circle, but that's fine. So we have a ton of students here. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So there's 10 students in this area, which is pretty crazy. So you can see how the courtyard is pretty much built, not too complicated or anything. I have the rocks in the front, and then I have a bunch of filler underneath it, slapped a bunch of plates on it, and then the entire path is studded pretty much. I don't know if that's a term, but it's completely, there's all studs everywhere and everything. And you could see how I got the roof angles. It wasn't complicated except for right here trying to get that curve, and I think I pulled it off pretty well. You can kind of see the end of it, and I tried covering it up in the back here, but I couldn't really do much with that, and I didn't want to waste a bunch of plates on something stupid like that. We have a statue here and a little one back there. It's the exact same thing. And then we have a clock that was supposed to be, that's from the actual train station. I just put it over here because I think it looked good. And of course we had the bigger clock right over here and everything, so that's pretty cool as well. We have a Thrushtroll. I don't know if I mentioned that before, actually. Then we have another Death Eater. Wait, no, Dementor. Sorry, I'm sorry. Then we have an owl over here, and then some details and everything. And I really like the way I got this angle over here. I forget how I do it, but I know I did something interesting. So let's just keep going over here, and then we'll get to the tower. So over here, to get this angle, it's fairly simple. I could actually show you how I did it. If I do this, let me try to. So basically what I did is I popped it off like that. Very, very not complicated at all. So basically what I have is I have this angle piece, and then the rest of it's pretty much tiled so that nothing happens. These, I'll show you how they go back in. But, you know, there's supposed to be a Chamber of Secrets down here. Never really got to work on it at all. I have a skull in the book, so that's pretty much it. But over the back here, behind this tower, you can see Neville's long-lost frog, Trevor, I believe its name was. And we have a treasure chest over here, probably filled with nothing. And then we have over here, we have the Mirror of Ear Eyes and everything. And over here, I forget, it's the Room of Requirement, that's what it is. The trashed version of it, so that's what it looks like. There's just a bunch of stuff here. We have like a trophy case or whatever. And yeah, it's pretty cool back here. Also extremely dark. It was really painful to build that because I didn't, you know, I built this wall first and then I had to build behind it, and the base plates were already locked in and everything. It was just super complicated. I don't know what's going on with my camera, but it's not focusing. All right, there we go. So let's just go into the tower here. Let me move it without knocking anybody over. But over here we have the, you know, just a big letter room. I really don't know what it is. There's just a bunch of letters in here and everything, and then there's a quill with like an ink jar, and then we have what would be Dumbledore's office, but you know how Lego works. You kind of can't build that scale, or else it'll be the size of your bedroom. Like, actually, like if I were to build this tower, it would be as tall as my house in Lego form. On the 4th floor, we have Trelawney's room, and you know there's a bunch of teacups and looking glass things. I don't know what they're called. And then over here we have like a little teacup or something. I don't know. I didn't have the actual teacup piece. At least a few of those. And then we have some seats, 2 seats. And then over here we have the Prefix Bathroom, which, you know, has Dumbledore's office printing, but no one's going to notice except the fact that I just told you. We have Flitwick's room. I don't have an actual Flitwick, so I had to improvise. And I think it looks pretty good as well. We have lavender brown, at least my custom version of one. And we have, you know, just random stuff and a bunch of stairs. And if we look in the back of the Great Hall, you'll see that's pretty much the exact same way it is in the set. Really didn't change too much. I just added a bunch more food because, you know, there wasn't much food in the set. You could see I did make this a lot taller, actually. And I also have the Triwizard Cup Champion or whatever cup over here. But I did make this a lot taller just because I felt like it was very short and stubby in the set. And also I extended this by 2 sizes. I don't know if I mentioned that before. But I just took things into my own hands, tried adding a bit of a little twist to them to make everything work a lot better, fit everything to scale. And I think I did a really good job at doing that. So now we're just going to go into the outro of the video. So I really just hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know if this is as good as my last Hogwarts, but I definitely tried to make it like that, at least a lot better and everything. Also, I don't think I showed this a bit, but I have the pumpkin patch over here. I kind of missed a few things, so if you want me to make like a cinematic video of this or something, I will definitely be up for doing that. I'll be completely fine with it. Since this video came out on Saturday, May 30th, which was supposed to be when the 2nd episode of building Octu Island in Lego is, I decided to push that until tomorrow, so that 2nd episode that you guys have been waiting for is going to be released tomorrow. So stay tuned for that, because that is going to... I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you want to see pictures of upcoming mocks, remember to follow me on Instagram. It'll be easier for me to communicate to everyone instead of making a channel update saying I'm not going to be making videos this weekend or something stupid like that. Also, I have a Discord server that I'm trying to revive, so if you guys could help me out, I'd greatly appreciate it. We have a few people active on there, and there's like 30 people that are actually, you know, on there, not being active or anything. So if you guys could join that as well, that would be amazing. And I am also doing a Q&A series, completely forgot about that. And if you guys could ask me questions related to my channel, this could be Lego, Star Wars, Harry Potter, or something. So anything pretty much that, you know, would be suitable for me to show on my channel, I would greatly appreciate that as well. Sorry for the super long plug. I just needed to tell people what's going on with my channel, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.